Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 5, Lesson 37, and it's the last lesson in our unit on adjectives and adverbs. Today, we're fixing a mistake that sneaks into everyday speech all the time, the double negative. By the end, you'll be able to catch two negatives hiding in one sentence and repair the sentence in a snap. Let's get started. Let's begin with the building block of this whole lesson, the negative word. A negative word carries the idea of no. The most common one by far is the little word not. And here's the tricky part. Not loves to hide inside a contraction. Look, is plus not gives you isn't. Can plus not gives you can't. Will plus not gives you won't. That apostrophe T on the end is really the word not in disguise. So your first job is simple. Spot the not, even when it hides. Not is not the only negative in town. A whole crew of words carries that same idea of no. There's never, nobody, none, and no one. There's nothing and nowhere. And then there are two sneaky ones that don't look negative at all, scarcely and hardly. Those two fool almost everybody, so tuck them away in your memory. Every word on this list already means no all by itself. So here's the whole problem this lesson solves. A double negative means you've used two negative words in the same sentence, and that is an error in standard English. Listen to this one. I don't have nothing. Count the negatives. Don't is negative number 1, and nothing is negative number 2. Two negatives, one sentence, that's a double negative. The rule is beautifully simple. One negative is all you need to make a sentence negative. A second one is just too many. Once you spot a double negative, fixing it is easy, and you get to choose from two moves. Here's our troublemaker again. I don't have nothing. First move, drop one of the negatives. If I remove don't, I get I have nothing. Clean and correct. Second move, keep one negative, but swap the other for an affirmative word. If I change nothing to anything, I get I don't have anything. Also correct. Notice that either way, exactly one negative is left standing. That's the whole goal. Since swapping is so handy, let's build a little table of negative to affirmative partners. Keep these pairs in your back pocket. Never becomes ever. Nobody becomes anybody. Nothing becomes anything. None becomes any. And nowhere becomes anywhere. See the pattern? Many affirmative partners simply start with any. Anybody, anything, any, anywhere. When a sentence already has one negative, reach for one of these partners instead of piling on a second no. Now for the trap that catches almost everyone. Remember those two sneaky words, scarcely and hardly? Because they already mean almost none, they already count as negatives all on their own. So watch what goes wrong here. I can't hardly wait. The word can't is a negative, and hardly is a negative too, so that's secretly a double negative. The fix is to drop the extra one. I can hardly wait. Just hardly, no can't. So pair hardly or scarcely with can, never with can't. Let's boil the whole lesson into a quick check. First, find every negative word in the sentence, and don't forget the sneaky pair, scarcely and hardly. Second, ask yourself, is there more than one? If so, you've got a double negative. Third, fix it by dropping one negative, or by swapping one for an affirmative word. The golden rule to carry away? One negative per idea and no more. All right, let's practice. Time to practice. In this first set, Read each sentence and decide, does it contain a double negative, yes or no? Remember to hunt for the sneaky ones, scarcely and hardly. Pause the video and decide before I reveal the answer. We didn't see nobody at the gate. Let's count the negatives. Didn't is 1 and nobody is 2. That's 2 negatives in a single sentence, so yes, this is a double negative. You could fix it as we didn't see anybody or we saw nobody. So the answer is yes. The theater was empty and we saw no one inside. Hunt for the negatives. Empty isn't a negative word, it's just a description. The only negative here is no one, and 1 negative is exactly right, so there's no double negative. So the answer is no. She hadn't scarcely started her homework. This is the sneaky kind. Hadn't is clearly a negative. And remember, scarcely counts as a negative too. That makes 2, so yes, it's a double negative. The fix is she had scarcely started her homework. So the answer is yes. In this second set, each sentence starts with a double negative. Your job is to pick the choice that fixes it correctly, leaving just 1 negative behind. Pause and choose before I explain. I don't want no dessert tonight. Don't and no are 2 negatives, so we need to fix it. The first choice swaps no for any. I don't want any dessert tonight. That leaves exactly 1 negative. The second choice actually piles on even more negatives, which is worse. So the answer is the first choice. There isn't nothing left in the fridge. Isn't and nothing are our 2 negatives. The first choice turns nothing into anything. There isn't anything left in the fridge. 1 negative, correct and clear. The second choice stuffs in hardly and nothing together, which only makes it worse. So the answer is the first choice. The puppy couldn't hardly climb the stairs. Here's our sneaky pair again. Couldn't is a negative, and hardly is a negative. The first choice drops the extra one, changing couldn't to could. The puppy could hardly climb the stairs. Now hardly stands alone. The second choice keeps couldn't and even adds no stairs, which is a mess. So the answer is the first choice. Let's gather up what we learned. A double negative happens when 2 negative words show up in the same sentence. And in standard English, that's an error. You fix it 2 ways. Drop one of the negatives or swap one for an affirmative word, turning nothing into anything or never into ever. And keep a close eye on the sneaky pair, scarcely and hardly, because they already count as negatives all by themselves. 1 negative per idea is all you ever need. That wraps up Unit 5, our unit on adjectives and adverbs. Wonderful work, and I'll see you in the next lesson.